Hello everyone and welcome to Lord Learn English. I am so happy you are here with us today.
Hi, everyone. It is great to have you tuning in. How is your morning going, Amelia?
My morning is going really well, James. I had a huge cup of coffee, so I am completely awake and ready to go. I really love early mornings.
That is great. Morning coffee is definitely the best way to start the day. Today, we are exploring a very helpful explainer all about daily routines.
Exactly. By the end of this explainer, you will be able to talk about your everyday life in English smoothly and confidently. You will not have to think too hard about the words.
We really want to hear from you, too. What is your favorite part of the day? Let us know in the comments below.
And before we get started, please hit that like button and subscribe to Lord Learn English so you never miss our simple, fun lessons.
Perfect. Now let us look at exactly what we are going to learn today.
Our agenda is packed with great things. First, we will cover basic daily routines. Then, time and frequency words. Next, making negative sentences. After that, polite small talk. Finally, avoiding common mistakes.
That sounds like a solid plan. It takes you from the simple building blocks all the way to natural conversation.
It really does. Having a clear map makes learning so much easier. We take it one small step at a time.
Are you ready to dive into the first section, Amelia?
I am absolutely ready. Let us jump right into our first big topic.
All right, let us start with the basics of talking about your day.
We are going to start with the foundational elements of describing your day. We use something called the simple present tense.
The simple present tense is perfect for habits. It is what we use for things we do every day, every week, or all the time.
Yes, it is the most common tense for daily routines. You use it to say things that are generally true about your life.
I think it is one of the easiest tenses to learn, too. You do not need to change the words very much.
That is right. It keeps things nice and simple. We want you to feel relaxed while you learn this.
Let us look at a real timeline to see how this tense works in action.
Imagine a basic morning timeline. At 6 o'clock you wake up. At 7 o'clock you eat breakfast. At 8 o'clock you go to work.
These are concrete examples of daily habits. Wake up, eat breakfast, go to work. Now, I want you to practice shadowing us. Shadowing means repeating out loud right after we speak. Ready? Say it with me. Wake up,
Eat breakfast?
go to work. Saying these out loud trains your mouth. It helps your brain remember the sounds.
Exactly. Can you say them one more time? Wake up, eat breakfast, go to work. Great job. That wraps up our basic morning timeline.
Let us look at how we build these sentences. The formula is very simple. It is subject plus verb plus object. It really is a simple structure formula. Subject plus verb plus object. For example, I drink coffee. Let us look at another one. She goes to work. The subject is she. The verb is goes. And one more example. They study English. They is the subject. Study is the verb. English is the object. I drink tea every morning. James, what is a simple sentence about your routine? I read books. That is my daily habit. So you see, listeners, the structure is always the same.
You can use this formula to share relatable details about your life. You can say, I wake up at 7, wash my face, and make coffee. And you can add a reason too, like, without coffee, I feel sleepy. That is very relatable.
It makes your English sound human and natural. It is not just textbook reading. It is your real life.
Listeners, can you try making a sentence about your morning? What is the first thing you do?
Say it out loud right now. I wake up and fill in the blank.
Awesome. Now that we know the basic structure, let us move to the next section and add some more detail. Welcome to our next big section. Now we are going to build on what we just learned. We will add time and frequency words.
This means we will talk about when you do things and how often you do things.
Yes, sometimes you do something every day. Sometimes you only do it once a week.
Knowing how to express how often you do an activity is so important for real conversations.
It adds flavor to your sentences. It helps people really understand your lifestyle. Let us look at the specific words we use for frequency. These words are called frequency adverbs. We have a list going from 100% down to 0%. First is always. Always means 100% of the time. You do it every single time.
Next is usually. Usually means most of the time, maybe 80 or 90%.
Then we have sometimes. Sometimes is right in the middle, maybe 50% of the time.
And finally, never. Never means 0%. You do not do it at all.
Let us review those quickly.
Always, usually, sometimes, never.
Now, where do we put these words in a sentence?
You place the frequency adverb right between the subject and the main verb. So the new formula is subject, then adverb, then verb. For example, I usually eat breakfast at home.
Here is another one. She always studies at night. The word always comes right after she and right before studies.
And one more. We sometimes watch TV after dinner. It goes we, sometimes watch.
I always drink water in the morning. Notice how always is right before drink.
Let us compare formal and informally. Informally, you just say, I usually eat. Very natural. That is a key point to remember. Let us look at a very practical, everyday scenario. You might say, I sometimes take a nap on weekends. That is a great example. It shows a flexible habit. You do not nap every day, just sometimes. You might add, but I never take a nap during the work week. See how useful these words are?
Can you make a sentence with sometimes? Try it right now. Say, I sometimes, and add your habit.
Maybe you sometimes read before bed, or you sometimes cook dinner. Write your examples in the comments.
We love reading your examples. Keep practicing that subject-adverb-verb pattern.
Now let us talk about prepositions of time. These are the little words like at and in. Many learners get confused by at and in, but the rule is actually quite simple. First, we use at for exact clock times. For example, at 7, at noon, or at midnight. Second, we use in for longer periods of the day. For example, in the morning or in the evening. Third, combine them. I wake up at 7 in the morning. Try saying that out loud. Good job. So remember, at is for the clock time, in is for the part of the day.
We have reached our next section. We are going to learn how to make negative sentences.
This means we will learn how to talk about things you do not do. This is a huge part of everyday English.
Exactly. You cannot only talk about positive habits, you need to say no sometimes. Making negative statements is very common in practical, everyday scenarios.
It is absolutely crucial for natural conversation. Let us look at the rules for doing this correctly.
Let us see the detailed examples with clear context right now.
To make a negative statement, we use helper words. For the subjects I, you, we, and they, we use don't. For example, I don't eat breakfast, or they don't walk to work. But for the subjects he, she, and it, we must switch to doesn't. This is important for politeness and naturalness. It sounds correct. He doesn't like coffee. I don't wake up at 5. What about you, James? I don't wake up at 5 either. Remember, speak out loud. I don't, you don't, he doesn't.
There is a very important rule here. After the word doesn't, the main verb drops the S.
Yes, you use the base form of the verb. It is incorrect to say, she doesn't wakes up early.
The word doesn't already does the heavy lifting. So the correct sentence is, she doesn't wake up early.
Let us practice. I will say the wrong one, you say the right one out loud. He doesn't eat lunch. The right way is, he doesn't eat lunch. Good job if you caught that.
That structural review is so helpful. Always keep the main verb simple after doesn't.
Now we are moving into a really fun topic. Polite small talk using daily routines.
This is how we connect with friends, coworkers, and neighbors in American English.
Small talk is just a short, friendly conversation. It is a great way to practice your routine vocabulary.
Asking about someone's day is friendly. It shows you care, but it is not too personal.
Let us look at how you can start these polite conversations naturally.
Here are some great real-life practice situations.
A great small talk question is, what time do you usually wake up? Notice the tone of voice here. You want to sound relaxed and warm. What time do you usually wake up? Or you can ask, do you usually work from home? These simple questions make people feel comfortable. Can you try asking that out loud? Say, what time do you usually wake up?
I usually wake up at 6:30. It is so easy to keep the conversation going this way.
Small talk builds instant friendships. Keep your voice friendly and smile when you speak. When you answer small talk questions, keep your words natural and simple. Do not be overly formal.
For example, it sounds very unnatural to say, I consume breakfast, or I retire for the evening.
It almost sounds like a robot. The informal, natural way is just, I eat breakfast, or I go to sleep.
Everyday English uses everyday words. Always pick the simpler option for small talk.
I eat breakfast. Let us practice. What is a simple way to say you drink coffee? Say it out loud.
Yes, just say, I drink coffee. Real conversation is much better than perfect, complicated textbook words.
Now we are at a very important section, avoiding common mistakes.
Even native speakers make mistakes sometimes. I certainly do. It is totally normal.
When I was learning a second language, I made mistakes every single day. We want to show you a few common ones today.
We will look at what is wrong, explain why it is wrong, and show you the better way.
Do not worry if you make these errors. Recognizing them is the first step to fixing them.
Exactly. Let us dive into the first funny mistake.
Sometimes we just mix up our vocabulary words. One learner meant to say, I brush my teeth.
But instead they said, I brush my dog before work. It was a very funny moment.
Imagine brushing your dog right before leaving for the office. Vocabulary mix-ups happen to everyone.
If you make a funny mistake like this, just laugh. It makes a great memory.
Mistakes mean you are trying. Never let fear stop you from speaking out loud.
That is a great reminder. Now let us look at a very common grammar mistake.
A huge mistake beginners make is forgetting the S on verbs for he, she, and it. For example, many people say she wake up at 7, but that is incorrect.
The correct sentence is, she wakes up at 7. You must add that S sound.
Let us practice this. I will say the subject. You finish the sentence out loud. He
goes to work.
She
drinks coffee. The S is small, but it is very important for sounding natural.
This is why it is wrong to drop it. The simple present needs that S for third-person singular.
Here is another tricky one. Many learners try to make a negative sentence by just saying the word no. They will say something like, I no drink coffee. This happens because of translation from other languages.
But in English, you cannot just use no. You have to use the helper words don't or doesn't.
The correct way is, I don't drink coffee. Can you say that out loud? I don't drink coffee.
Great! How about for he? It is, he doesn't drink coffee.
Mistakes are normal, but fixing this one will make your English sound so much better right away.
Our final common mistake is about word order. Where do we put the frequency adverb?
Sometimes learners say, always I drink coffee. They put the time word at the very beginning.
While people will understand you, it sounds a bit strange. The adverb belongs before the verb.
The correct sentence is, I always drink coffee. Subject, adverb, verb.
Let us do a practice prompt. Try to put sometimes in this sentence. I watch TV.
Say it out loud. I sometimes watch TV. Great wrap-up of our mistakes section.
We have reached our interactive practice section. We want to give you 3 steps for real success.
First, practice speaking every single day, even if it is just to yourself in the mirror.
Second, use simple sentences first. Do not try to be complicated until the simple present is easy.
Third, shadow and repeat out loud, just like we have been doing today. Choose the correct sentence and say it.
If you are making dinner, say out loud, I cook dinner. Challenge yourself to describe your own actions.
Real conversation is the goal, not absolute perfection. The more you speak, the better you will get.
Wow, we covered so much today. We learned the simple present, adverbs of frequency, negatives, and small talk.
Yes!
We covered basic routines, time words, and how to fix common errors.
I am so proud of everyone listening. You are making incredible progress with your English journey.
I want to leave you with a reflective question. Think about your own evening routine.
What do you usually do before bed? Answer that question out loud right now.
Keep practicing that inner monologue every day. Thank you for learning with us, and we will see you next time.